You can either live your dreams or live your fears. And I think the majority of people actually are not living their dreams, but are living their fears. So I want to ask you a question. What are your fears? What are you afraid of? What are you scared of? Because we all have fears, don't we? We all have something that's blocking us, that's holding us back. And as we begin to look at life, what we realize is that the reason that most people are not living out their true potential, are not doing all of the things that they would really like to do, is because of fear.
It's okay to be unbalanced for a while. It's okay. Don't be all this stuff people say. You got to be balanced. To be the best in the world at what you do, you have to be unbalanced to find every bit of fucking energy and strength that you have to pull it off. Then you get balanced once you become great. So if your family doesn't understand, why are you so daggone crazy? Because I'm trying to be the best I can to give you the best that I am. And it takes being fucking obsessed to where people think you're crazy.
We out of control, y'all. And we're going to get control back. You're going to get control of your life. You're going to stop saying this person ain't this and this person ain't that. Look, it's only one person that's got control of your life. And if somebody else got control, who gave it to him? Come on, if somebody else got control of your life, who gave it to him? We out of control, spending all kinds of stuff. Like I'm tripping on how many cars you need? How many cars you need? What kind of car you need to go where you going? Why you need that big old car to go where you going? Why you got that big old car and you use an Uber? Why in the world you use an Uber and you got a car? Why are you buying that? Why are you wearing that? Why are you going there? Who are you trying to impress? We sick, y'all. And once you can fix that and get it right, then we can get control of our lives and move on.
What are the things that you fear that's been keeping you from living your dream? That's been keeping you from doing some things that you would like to do? Just think about those things. And how do we begin to handle that? Abraham Maslow said that life is about growth. And he said, you could either go back to your comfort zone, and there you won't find any growth, or you must be willing to go forward and face your fears again and again and again. Because you're never going to have a fear-free existence. I mean, some fear is acceptable and legitimate. There are some things that you really should be afraid of. Now, you shouldn't allow it to immobilize you. You acknowledge it, you take it into account, and you carry yourself accordingly. There are times that we should proceed with caution. But it's the difference between being stopped by fear. It's the difference between having a fear and the fear having you. So what do? One, acknowledge it. And knowing that it's okay. Don't condemn yourself for being afraid. It's perfectly fine to have some fears. You acknowledge your fears, you embrace those fears, and then you move on. You act on whatever it is that you fear. Because once you embrace it, see, what you resist will persist. What you resist will persist. So one of the most important things is to begin to embrace your fear.
I'm like, I got to get up earlier. I got to work harder. I got to take control. At least in my lifetime, I got to make sure this don't happen to my family. I got to make sure ain't nobody putting them in no cage. Every time you get in debt, that's what you're doing. Every time you make a bad decision and you don't do what you're supposed to do, that's what you're doing. And watch me. Today, it's you're obese. Tomorrow, it's a blood clot. Or tomorrow, you can't walk. So you plan today with your health, but 20, 30, 40 years from now, the first one is somebody taking control from you. Let's watch these. These blew my mind. More teenagers and young adults die from suicide than from cancer. That's self what? That's self-inflicted. So there are people who are losing control. We got teenagers out here committing suicide. It's more teenagers are dying than AIDS, birth defects, stroke, pneumonia, influenza, chronic lung disease combined. You take all of this and you got more kids killing themselves than them getting diseases and dying. We are losing control. And it's time for those of you in this room to take control. I told you, right someday. You could be living this someday. You've held up your someday. Either you didn't get the right information or you got it, you didn't use it, you're not getting up early enough, you're not taking it back. I don't know what you're doing, but when you leave, all I want for you is to live your someday.
Fear is the most subtle and destructive of all human diseases. It kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear put people in the hospital. Fear can age you. Fear, ladies and gentlemen, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you. And it seemed like you're in a hypnotic spell. And I ask you a question, what is the benefit? What's the benefit of allowing fear to hold you back? What's the benefit of giving up on yourself, of not stepping out on life and taking life on? What is the benefit for you? What's the plus in that? It's one of the things I had to ask myself. So I didn't want to make any mistakes. I wanted everybody to like me. I wanted to be perfect the first time I did something. It's not going to happen. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to hurt some folks' feelings. You're going to create some enemies. Whenever you decide that you want to begin to take life on, you've got to ask yourself, how long am I going to allow this to hold me back?
Is this the most productive use of my time?
Ain't no elevator to the top. You got to take the stairs. But if you can combine your technology with your parents and your grandparents' work ethic, your could be rich. You could be rich, man.
So that you can get out of a job that's not you. I like my friends, but they weren't going to pay my bills.
We waste so much time on our little gadgets. It's unreal. And we talk about we have no time.
Somebody's waiting. When you have a goal, a dream, or something that you want to do, if you don't do it, somebody else will step in.
The world might say you are not allowed to yet. I waited a long time out in the world before I gave myself permission to fail. Please, don't even bother asking. Don't bother telling the world you are ready. Show it. Do it. What did Beckett say? Ever tried, ever failed, no matter. Try again, fail again, fail better.
Fear is false evidence appearing real. That is an illusion that we create in our mind. It is a state of mind that can be changed. So let's look at how we can begin to take some steps to restructure that fear, to begin to expand our visions of ourselves, to begin to increase our self-esteem. Webster said that self-esteem means confidence and satisfaction in oneself. Look at your life right now. Whatever you've done up to this point in time, your life is working. Whatever you have produced, it came out of you as a result of the kind of person that you have become. It's a result of your choices. It's a result of your consciousness. Now you have to ask yourself, are you satisfied with what you have produced? Is this what you want? Would you like for things to be better than this?
You can do it, guys. And you will never get to your someday if you out of control. You think the 3 o'clock in the morning was just for 3? A part of that was discipline. And I took that transferable skill, discipline in one area, and took it to different areas. We out of control, y'all. And here's the crazy part. All you got to do is look in the mirror. All you got to do is deal with yourself, and then we're going to get to a whole other level. One drink and one turn to two, two turn to three. If you out here and your homie drinking and you can't handle it, just tell your homie I can't hang out with you drink. We losing control. You can't sit here and talk about blowing up financially, but you're losing control in your doggone personal life. I need you to take control over every single area. And we're not going to do it in one day. We're not going to do it in 100 days. We're going to do it one day at a time. And you're going to get control. And when you get control of that one area, you're going to blow up in every area. And then someday going to be your day.
You must be willing to go forward and face your fears again and again and again. Because you're never going to have a fear-free existence. Having a fear and the fear having you. What you resist will persist.